2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got Nesmith. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with buckets. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Turner in at the center position. And for the Celtics, the forwards for him, Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday. And it's Chase in at the pivot, manning the middle. Well, Greg, both of these teams love to push the pace. Think we're in for a high-speed game?
Here we go. That's a safe assumption, yeah. But that'll also make this a serious test of stamina. It'll be hard for them to outrun each other all night long.
Now, here's Tatum. Top of the key, Porzingis. Launches a three. The Pacers pull it in. Now, here is Halliburton. Down low, Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
But Halliburton can be so clever with the basketball. Helps yet another teammate take advantage of an opening.
And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston ball.
Brown finds Holiday. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Nice open look, but it's no good.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
They get the rebound. Oh, and he parks it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, this guy does such a tremendous job creating contact. Pascal Siakam, give him the up fake and draw the foul.
First team foul.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
That free throw missing. Well, in 2 years at the helm, no playoff appearances for Rick Carlisle. But Doris, I think we both know they're sure to come.
Well, his history suggests, Kevin, that it's absolutely on the horizon. The challenge a bit different on this particular stop for him. In the past, there have been superstar caliber players that he has worked with. Now you're sort of building the foundation and growing from there.
He's off on the second. You know, Greg, many in Boston question the wisdom of the smart Porzingis trade. What'd you think of the move?
I think given age and injuries in their front court, the trade makes sense, right? Also, they got some draft capital, but the ultimate test for this trade will be in the playoffs. The ring is the thing.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Nesmith, the pass to Halliburton. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first 2 minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Now, here is Halliburton. 23 points his last outing. Pass to Siakam. Over Porzingis. Siakam's shot is off. Last game for Boston, they picked up a W against the Wizards in Washington. Brown deciding where to go with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul.
And Greg, the massive contract extension for Jaylen Brown this past summer. For a time, the richest in NBA history.
And you gotta pay to play, or in this case, to contend for titles. With Tatum and Brown, the Celtics have that opportunity.
Free throw good from Brown. Doris, looking at the career of Jaylen Brown so far, his rise to stardom has been impressive.
It's impressive, Kevin, because of the work put in. He needed to become a more complete offensive player by, number one, improving his handle, and number two, becoming more efficient with his shooting. He's done both. He's always been a force in transition. Jaylen has been special.
And Greg, the way the Celtics have approached this season in terms of intensity, I think they clearly feel, though, they have unfinished business.
They've been so close to a title for a number of years. They've even been title favorites at times. It's part of the maturation process, as excruciating as it may be.
And it's G finishing it off.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. In fourth, the Celtics.
Yeah, knocking down free throws was a real specialty for them last year.
Halliburton with it. And there's the pass to Siakam. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Brown's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Siakam for 3. It's good from long range.
Boy, how far has the shot, the perimeter game of Siakam come? His rookie year, he made 1-3 all season. Remember that.
Passes it to Porzingis. Over Siakam. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 5.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Holiday against Halliburton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
There's a pride to the defensive end of the floor. Tatum sends that back.
Celtics leading by 6. Holiday looking for an opening. He kicks it to G. Back to Holiday. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Siakam inside. Headed by Porzingis.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Brown, and it's Brown on the follow.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's buckets. Still yet to score. Right side Turner. Pass to buckets. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here's Tatum. Defense is right there. Over Niesman. And it's Boston with another.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Check out Tyrese Halliburton. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 20 points a game, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has yet to score. To the inside, Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Halliburton against Holiday. Halliburton passes to Turner. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Holiday against Turner. 9 feet out. Shoots over Turner. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Porzingis passes to Chase. Halliburton with the steal. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Derek White checked in for Boston.
Derek White.
Siakam against Porzingis. Lock at 6. Siakam passes to Bryan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And still so much, Greg, to learn about these teams. When do we get a sense of a team's true identity?
Well, not this early in the season. I'd say at least a quarter of the way through it. That's when you kind of get a sense of a squad's chemistry.
something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league. And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Halliburton up top, light covering. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Inside, it's stolen by G. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 11. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. And here is Brown. He had 34 points in the win against Washington. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. G's got his second basket of the game. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for Boston.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. White against Halliburton. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that 3-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The shot by Turner, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Left side, Porzingis. The fadeaway. They grab their own miss. Chase nails the baby hook. She's got 6 points.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Buckets. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Chicago. The pass to Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. Turner trying to free himself up. Siakam, good. 7 points in the game.
Well, a little bit of quality defense will not deter Pascal Siakam. Go to work.
White looking around. It's Brown on the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul.
Doris, what we appreciate about the Celtics, typically they take good shots in the regular season. The record reflected that. The postseason, though, last year, a little different story.
Kevin, they certainly have a coaching staff that is highly analytics driven, which obviously means very heavy emphasis on those 3-point shots and the ones right at the rim. But, you know, typically in the postseason, defenders take away your best options.
That free throw good from Brown. Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
And so he hits both. Or as we've talked about Boston's young talent for so long, they've now become battle-tested veterans.
And it's incredible how young that experience has taken hold. They have had players build big roles in so many big games. What a strong foundation, and now you've just got to keep building.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. They lead by 14. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Out left to the wing. Here's Nesmith. And the 3 off target.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And it's Simons missing.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Thomas Bryant. First,
and now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Pacers.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. It wasn't the best of season's doors for the Indiana Pacers last year, but there are reasons for optimism.
Kevin, they've got a talented young core that appeared to really enjoy playing with one another. It was a selfless group that looked fun to coach, and I believe the franchise headed in the right direction.
Both good from the line that time.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Here's Siakam. Basket good. Siakam's got 9.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Here's Pritchard. Still without a basket. Pass to Chase. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Right side, Bryant, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a kick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And G with the stuff.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Halliburton, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for the Celtics, going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He's dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Pacers trail by 20. Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. Holiday out there with Derek White. And it's Chase in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are a team on the rise, and their point guard, Tyrese Halliburton, has a lot to do with that. Coach Rick Carlisle said his will to win is spectacular for a young player. He's the motor, the engine who drives our team. People look and say we're fun to watch. He's the head of the snake. He sets the tone for that in a big way. Kevin?
In a big way. High praise. Hey, David, thank you. It's good.
And obviously his His momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Holiday against McConnell. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot, just didn't fall there.
And White kicks to Horford. Tatum on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
And he makes the first. We know Doris officiating is always going to be a point of contention, but some teams let it affect them more than others.
And Kevin, that can obviously have a major difference in so many of the games. And for me, a lot of times it comes down to maturity. Teams that dwell on calls are going to have issues, particularly in big games. Let the coach worry about the officials. You play. Well, Miles Turner understands how to use his size and length. Doesn't matter if he's blocking shots or going for his high release point jump shot.
Outside, Porzingis. Oh, good on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Stolen by Holiday.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
Hauser got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. The dish to Holiday. It's good. It's his second basket. He shot 2 for 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Knocks it loose. Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Brown. Nembhard's shot is good.
Boy, what great body control you saw there. Laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Here's Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Pass to Nembhard. The second effort. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Wizards. Here's Holiday. Nembhard grabs the board.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to. But let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Holiday with it. Picked up by Turner. Holiday gets the bucket.
Too bad you don't get points for degree of difficulty. Holiday showing how to handle some tight interior defense.
McConnell against Holiday. The offensive rebound. Porzingis with the block. And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. timeout called, the Pacers. And you talk about a tough matchup, Doris, for teams against this one. Kristaps Porzingis. He is a tough cover.
Yeah, listen, Kev, this guy has that rare combination of both size and skill, increasingly more efficient, and when he's healthy, he's really been a problem.
This chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. Second, the Pacers.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Here's Bryan. Rebound, Boston. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The kick out to Holiday. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about the range of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Celtics leading by 17. Porzingis passes to Brown. Pass to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Here's McConnell. Banked in off the glass. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Holiday against McConnell. Another shot. And Holiday with the lay-in. Good. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Brown. Turner inside. He's against Porzingis. Brown right side. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Shots good by Buckets.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Now the pass to Brown. From deep. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Nembhard. He's covered by Brown. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Porzingis with the block. Now Brown. 18 points for him. Tries from 7. Goes up again. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Holiday, and he makes good on the layup. Holiday's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score, lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Facing substitution, Pascal Siakam. Anthony Simons. Tyrese Halliburton.
Here's Halliburton. Indiana moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. That one drops for him.
Halliburton. Assist goes to
Celtics leading by 18. Now here is Holiday. 10 points for him.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Siakam's shot is off. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Down low. Pass to Hauser. To the paint. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Brown finds Holiday. Brown trying to free himself up. And Drew Holiday. The bucket on the assist by Brown. 12 points for Drew Holiday. Porzingis against Siakam. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
AC Siakam has added strength, so tough to contain. He doesn't mind a little contact, folks.
Outside, Porzingis. And there are the Celtics with another basket. And Simons has got the ball here for the Pacers. Down low. Here's Turner. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Turner's got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Tries from 16. And another basket for Boston.
Plays mature and under control.
Holiday doesn't need the flashy plays. He's very comfortable with that mid-range.
Halliburton. Here's Bryant. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. Buckets got 7 now in this quarter.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Lets it go from 11. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Shots good by Buckets. 17 points in the game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Excellent season, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. Here's Chase from 8. No good off the back of the rim. Pacers trail by 16. Halliburton looking around. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Holiday. Greg, there's a lot of impressive things about Tyrese Halliburton, most notably how efficient he is.
Yeah, Kevin, those percentages are terrific. But not only that, he's phenomenal at it, making sure he keeps his teammates involved. Just a remarkable young point guard.
That's good from Halliburton.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Halliburton hits them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Simons against White. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
It's tipped.
Well, despite that possession, something that I've liked is they've been under control while getting out in this lead. They've kept those turnovers down.
Here's Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tatum against Siakam. That's tipped. Pass to Simons. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 8 rebounds in this game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics are playing with a high level of motivation. All-star Jason Tatum says what we talk about before the game, halftime, is win by any cost, by any means. Figure it out, win the game, and build great habits along the way. Kevin?
Still room to grow. David, thanks. Here's Halliburton. From 13 feet, it goes down. Halliburton's got 8 points.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
With the teardrop, and it's blocked. And they recover it. Here's Holiday. Here's Chase. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Halliburton against Holiday. Kicks to G. Over in the corner, White. Just 5 to shoot. Into the lane. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. It's offensive basket interference. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Down by 12. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Rick Carlisle. Coach, what needs to happen on the defensive end to get back on track?
Well, a lot of things need to get better. Our level of force defensively is not there. We got to pick it up. We got to play with a lot more collective force.
We'll see if you can bring the noise more as the game goes on. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. It was a big-time first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He had 20 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Celtics.
Their efforts in the paint have really paid dividends. It's been a focal point for them, not so much for the other team. That's been the difference in the game.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
Playing on the road is definitely more of a challenge, but you know that coming in. They didn't seem all well prepared for this environment. I'm sure the coach is trying to coach them up and change the momentum in their favor.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Here's Halliburton. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Miles Turner. Neesmith is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Buckets, and it's Halliburton into the 1. Siakam misses.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Brown outside. With the tip.
Well, this is an aspect where Porzingis has been criticized, not rebounding with authority, but boy, he does so there.
Pacers trail by 12. Halliburton outside. To the paint. And Turner throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Boston leading by 10. Poke loose. Here's Buckets. He's covered by Brown. Ryan passes to Halliburton. Siakam left side. Clock at 6. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The Celtics have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That free throw good from G. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Siakam outside. The pass to Turner. Pass to Neesmith. And stolen by Tatum. The finish. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
But you can see the length and the impact defensively of Jason Tatum. The rip and then the score on the other end.
Here's Halliburton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Pascal Siakam. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 24 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Halliburton hits them both.
I think if you're talking Tyrese Halliburton, the thing that stands out is the wealth of things he can do on the offensive end. He can shoot the ball with range. He's got unbelievable handle. He can create. He can drive it. He can also set up his guys. A lot to like.
And Halliburton slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
The three from Tatum. Kept alive. Chase. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Celtics have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
The first free throw is good. And G drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Passes to Turner. It's blocked. Holiday against Halliburton. Tatum dishes to Holiday. Over Halliburton. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
And this is what the really good defensive players do. They anticipate, and they're rarely fooled.
And G with the stuff.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's highest scoring teams. In fourth, the Celtics.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to buckets. Back to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Siakam, that's good.
Boy, as that shot clock starts to dwindle, you cannot get rushed. Pascal Siakam so comfortable.
Holiday against Halliburton. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. Dishes it to Brown. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Here's Halliburton. G with the rebound. G's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Holiday. Offensive rebound. And G with the stuff.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Siakam passes to Turner. Over G. The shot by Turner, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And Porzingis had a lot of suitors, GA, over the summer. Eventually, the Celtics made the move for him.
Porzingis rehabbed his game and value in D.C. With the Wizards rebuilding, he was a prime trade target. Boston went for him early, and he could be a difference maker for the Celtics. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Siakam. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Siakam's got 19 points.
Boston.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically. Just recharge here quickly.
The Pacers making a change here. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. 22 is their biggest lead. And the pass to Hauser. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Basket counts. Tatum's got 10.
Well, the jump shot that Jason Tatum has is absolutely lethal. The form, the extension, everything is on point.
And GA starting next season, some big repeat penalties for teams well over the cap. That draft pick penalty is especially tough.
Yeah, I mean, if a team is over that $17.5 million mark twice in a 4-year span, their first-round draft pick falls to the end of the first round. That'll sting.
Horford against Siakam. Pass to Nesmith. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Nesmith has got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Here's Chase. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Nembhard. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Indiana ball.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 9 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And most important of all is his passing. He's a terrific distributor in their offense.
Well, it's certainly one of his best attributes, creating offense even when it looks like there's nothing there.
And the foul called on G. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Out to the right wing. Nesmith, the pass to Siakam. Now the feed to Bryant, and the layup is good. Bryant's got his first basket.
Thomas Bryant is a player who has led the league in two-point shooting percentage. Around the basket makes the tough shots look easy.
Here's White. Good on the shot. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Halliburton passes to Bryant. Now Halliburton. Passes it to Nesmith. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now here's Tatum. Guarded closely. Here's Chase. And again, it's Boston converted.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Pacers trail by 17. Siakam, right side. Over Horford. Rebound, Boston.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Tatum's shot is off.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Nesmith, the pass to Nembhard. Indiana moving the ball away. Plays it up and banks it in. Nembhard's got 8 points.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Shoots it up. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in.
Peyton Pritchard.
On the clock. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Driving inside.
How about that take from Halliburton? That's a big-time finish on the drive.
Boston leading by 13. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. He's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Second is Al Horford.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Pritchard passes to Brown. And the rejection by Bryant.
Boy, blocking shots is usually about timing, but with Thomas Bryant, it's about that tremendous length.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Horford finds Brown. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Nembhard the pass to Bryant. The shot will not fall. White with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's the dish to Brown. Over Neesmith. Siakam pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Nembhard the pass to Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. 18 feet out. Boston grabs the miss. 22 is their biggest lead. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Pritchard. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Celtics lead by 15. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Nembhard the pass to Bryant. Yep, that one goes. Bryant's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, tremendous focus from the big man. Thomas Bryant making the difficult finish look pretty routine. That's nice.
And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 13. Here's Nembhard. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Bryant's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good. Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Back to Siakam for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And so it's Boston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical. You got to meet them early. Defensive possession. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear down.
Allen pouring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post positions. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Halliburton outside. Pulls from the top of the key. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, that's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
And there's the pass to Bryan. No good on the 3.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
A 3-ball. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 6th assist on the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Out to Turner. It's stolen by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Brown jams it in.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Bryan. Here's Nesmith. Lets it go with the 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Halliburton. Porzingis against Turner.
This is the thing about Kristaps Porzingis. He has both size and skill. A high percentage play right there.
First team foul.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Boston making some changes. G's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Derek White. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. Then for the Pacers, Toppin Heath's checked in for Thomas Bryant. And Fernie Simons comes in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
Knocked loose, taken away by Holiday. He dishes it to G. Here's Brown. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete, love it.
At the line, Jaylen Brown.
Simons has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. It's an 18-point game. At the elbow, it's Turner. Simons on the wing. He's covered by Brown. And it's Simons missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Here's Chase. The shot's good. Brown making the play. G's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Out to Turner. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
3-second violation.
And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see
exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night, 3 in the first half.
Brown against Simon. And they pick up 2.
Anthony Simon.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. That's to Holiday. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off ball.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, Boston. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. McConnell passes to Toppin. Shot clock at 5. McConnell kicks to Toppin. Over Porzingis.
This is why so many teams are high on what Porzingis' ceiling is. His length is a game changer on both ends.
Brown against Simon. Turner with the steal. Now here's Simons. Tight defense on him. Misses from close range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the inside. And here's the fast break. Toppin passes to Bryan. The pass to McConnell. Out to Turner. Here's Bryan. Buries the jump shot.
Timeout, timeout.
Bucket's got 5 points now in the quarter. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis, and Derek White subbed in for Brown. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Buckets can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Horford. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
That's a 2 from Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the NBA, Doris, removing the limit on the number of Supermax contracts that one team can have. Why is that?
Well, I think some teams are on course to have 3 Supermax guys just the way their players are growing. And the league opted for more nuanced ways to discourage big payrolls. And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Celtics.
Porzingis comes in for Al Horford. And it's Brown in for Derek White. And Indiana with a change here, too. Siakam is checked in for Toppin. And Simons drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
The line, Jaylen Brown.
The first one falls. And the play-in has certainly kept things interesting, Doris. Overall, the 9th seeds have a better win-loss record than the 8th seeds.
Yeah, not much separation talent-wise between teams that finish in that order of standing. And I'm curious to see, Kev, do we start to see more first-round upsets by favoring lower seeds that happen to be playing well at the right time?
And Brown drops them both.
You have to admire the growth of Jaylen Brown. He comes in as an attacking athlete. He's now a better passer, and he absolutely is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Takes it out to Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Passes it to Porzingis. Over Siakam. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Pacers trail by 20. And here is Nesmith. Pass to Halliburton. Here's Bryant. And Indiana, another 3.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
The pass to Chase. And the layup's good off the glass. G's got 29 in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Siakam. And the layup falls.
Check out the move by Pascal Siakam. Stop it, don't hurt him.
Brown with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Brown kicks to Porzingis. Halliburton against Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Chase. And it's Boston with another.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Halliburton against Holiday. Halliburton passes to Turner. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's G. He's covered by Halliburton. There's Brown with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Halliburton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Nesmith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Chase. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, G's got 8 points in the quarter. Pacers trail by 19. Halliburton outside. Siakam, right side. And the shot goes in. Siakam's got 29 in the game.
Well, he's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
Down low. And the dunk by Tatum.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. You look at Jaylen Brown. What a contribution.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, G.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. Worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers, trailing by 19. Out to Turner. Passes to Siakam. With the shot. And Tatum pulls it down. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Over Siakam. Misses off the right iron. Pacers trail by 19.
2 minutes remaining.
Halliburton outside.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Siakam inside. Headed by Porzingis. Holiday against Halliburton. Over Halliburton. Here's Chase. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for G.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Now, here's Nesmith. Headed by Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Halliburton. Holiday with the block. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Great to see you at upcoming events.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.